I love these little microphones. As videographers or photographers or content creators, it doesn't quite matter. Efficiency and speed is key. Content needs to be churned out fast. And it's not too hard to just roll the camera, shoot the thing you gotta shoot, create the content, and go. But sometimes there's these little things that kind of just get in the way, such as inconvenient audio. That's why I have these DJI Go mics. They're just so easy to just toss on the camera and record directly to the camera, and the audio quality isn't half bad either. I used to use Tascam microphones. I always had to manually sync the audio, and I had to clap or it was just an inconvenient mess. Another example is lighting. Sometimes your lighting is complete crap. When it comes to like social media content, it doesn't quite matter, just shoot. However, but if you're like me, you just want everything to be convenient. Wireless lighting here, a studio light, always hanging about. Now, the reason I started this video with a fun little coffee compilation is to get your attention, because we're gonna be talking about something that is inherently a little boring, but hey, don't stay with me. Sometimes tripods too can be just a little inconvenient, a little slow to set up. I know that I struggle a lot with always constantly having to adjust your tripod if you're on uneven ground. It can be quite annoying, and that's why today I am excited that our friends over at SmallRig sent me over this super convenient, lightweight tripod. This is the SmallRig AD-50 tripod. Currently, I have this KNF concept tripod here. This has been my content tripod. And the one issue I have with this tripod is that it doesn't extend very high. So for reference, I am 5'8", super tall. This thing has to be at least 5 feet. 5. This is at least 5 feet, okay? Cool. So here you go. Comes with a carrying case. And here is the tripod itself. As you can tell, it's made out of a sleek, lightweight carbon fiber. It is incredibly lightweight. I don't like the backlight behind me. Is it okay if I close these? Sorry, buddy. Oh, that's a little better. And that is not all. This package also comes with a handy dandy handle. Let's just screw this bad boy on. And a phone mount. SmallRig is really marketing and catering to not just filmmakers, videographers, but also content creators. If you're doing some behind the scenes shooting, sometimes it's nice to just pull out your phone. Let's bring your camera a little closer. I feel like we're far away. Come closer. It's nice to just pull out your phone, just screw it in. Some behind the scenes action. Cool. I'm not much of a phone creator. If I was, I'd get an iPhone. Pixel 5. This thing has lasted me 4 years. The first thing I'll mention here is the legs just kind of like fall out. Instead of like a latch, it's kind of like a knob. You just twist it, it's fast. There's a height difference. Not only does the carrying case actually carry the tripod, but it also can be used as a cat bed. Are we liking it, buddy? Okay. We have established that the SmallRig tripod is indeed taller than my KNF tripod, and that's all well and good. But the question is it more convenient to use in the KNF tripod? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna time myself setting up each tripod. We'll see which one's the winner in convenience anyway. Got the handy dandy stopwatch. 3, 2, 1, go. "47 seconds to tear it down and set it back up again." Resetting the timer. 3, 2, 1. So this one is not only taller, but also faster to hook up. Now, it's not really easy to show off a product or a piece of gear like a tripod, as big as a tripod, without, bringing it out to, on location. I really do like how you just twist these knobs and it just lifts up effortlessly. First thing I'll show you is that how easy it is to just bring it in, tighten it up. It's functional, nothing crazy, I guess, but you could kind of bring it in, I think, from each side, which some tripods, you can only bring it in from one side, lock it in from one side. This one is both, I guess. Also, I tried it with my gimbal mount too. It slid on just fine as well. So it's kind of a universal base plate functionality, which I think is quite common for most tripod manufacturers nowadays, because you want to be able to, again, quickly get your camera from one piece of equipment to another, especially if you're only running with one camera. Next thing I'm going to discuss is the pan, tilt, some roll, I guess. Would you call this roll? I call this roll. So we'll start off with just your panning option. Pretty simple here. It's just a latch right at the base of the tripod. You have to tighten it to lock it, or you loosen it to pan left and right. It's very smooth. It's actually much smoother than pretty much any of my other tripods. I always find, you might even see it in the B-roll as well. While I was panning and tilting, it was kind of jittery. I was doing my best, but the current tripod that I have now doesn't allow for smooth tilts or pans. But again, the only time I use a tripod really is for interviews, but I've definitely been trying to slow down my shots as of late and really try to think before I shoot. So I think, having a tripod in your kit as practice is pretty important for, building yourself up as a filmmaker, videographer, or even content creator. What's up, Artie? He's just here. I have him on his harness. He's just wrapping around my legs. I'm gonna untangle him from this chair here. All right, roam free. As free as you can roam with 20 feet of rope. Now he's on the ground rolling around. Okay, next thing here I'll show off is the tilt functionality. An adjustable stepless damping system on tilt. Not on the pan, just a tilt. And while I was testing, I did notice how incredibly smooth this tilt was. So let's just showcase it here. I'm gonna turn on the camera. I don't have an SD card, great. I'm not gonna lie, I can never do these things live. So I have the Blackmagic here set up, and what you wanna do is you wanna first unlock your tilt, which is this knob right here. Unlock it, and then you could freely tilt and have a pan, tilt, going at the same time. I could really feel dampening. I don't really know what to feel for, but when I think dampening, I think this. So that is my professional take on that. And you also have this big knob here. It's plus resistance. So I keep twisting it and it is slowly now moving up and moving down very smoothly. I don't think there's much in the way of like jitters or anything. So let's just hit record and see what it looks like. And rolling. Beautiful lilacs. And I'm easily tilting up and down. This is very nice. Now I'm gonna add some pan. Now there's no dampeners on the pan, but it seems to be still pretty smooth. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Take a look at this tree up here. Oh, there's a little jitter, and that was on the panning side of things. So I'm gonna just unlock it even more, but carefully bring it over. Awesome. We're gonna bring it back, tilt low. I've noticed a few times I've said pan when I meant to say tilt. You can tell I don't work on sets. Hello. There's a beauty in just setting it up, kind of hoping for the best. The price of this tripod is 169 US dollars or 230 Canadian dollars. When you first start out, you try to buy everything cheap and it ends up biting you in the arse later on. You know, you buy yourself cheap batteries from Amazon and they only last 30 minutes. You buy yourself a cheap tripod and it squeaks. Buy yourself cheap ND filters and you get harsh vignetting. And I think that for what you're spending and what you're getting a lightweight, durable tripod that is easy to use, quick to set up. If I had any complaints about this, it does feel, I'm gonna say it feels, the lightness of it feels, I wanna say cheap. I don't wanna say that, but I'm gonna say it. It feels cheap when you're just kind of holding it because of the carbon fiber. When you start touching the actual like plastic on here, it feels, you know, it feels quality. Like the actual plastic feels quality, carbon fiber feels like carbon fiber. So I'll end the video with the age-old question when it comes to these kind of reviews, is that who is this for? And I want to say it's for everybody. Whether you're a freelance videographer, a filmmaker, you know, a content creator. When it comes to tripods, just in general, they're kind of just for everybody. They're a pretty important part of a kit and most oftentimes overlooked because they're not interesting. It's not a new camera, it's not a lens, it's not, you know, a piece of tech that will make your image look better. It just, you know, is something that you use to get the shot. What sets amateurs apart from professionals is taking the time to get a shot that you are looking for. And that's what a tripod is for. It's you need to think before you set it up. While you're setting it up, you have to keep readjusting it. It's just a lot that goes into a tripod, and I think that's why a lot of people stay away from them, because, you know, we're impatient creatures. That's why I think SmallRig created this tripod, to make it easier for you to set it up and just go without having to flick a bunch of switches like this tripod I'm using right now. Having to constantly readjust things can be quite annoying. So finally, do I recommend this product, the SmallRig AD-50? I'm gonna say yes. There's not really much to criticize on it for. It's definitely well built, it's SmallRig. I own lots of SmallRig products. I own SmallRig cages, handles, battery. And so them sending me a tripod, something that, you know, is a part of their ecosystem, is great because it's a brand that I could trust. And I think that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you all so much again for watching. So I hope you enjoyed the video and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye now.